I think courage is a very undervalued characteristic of leadership.
Meet Simon Sinek, a visionary thinker, best-selling author, and inspiring speaker who has revolutionized our understanding of leadership. He is celebrated for his groundbreaking concept of "start with why," his influential books like Leaders Eat Last, and his remarkable ability to inspire leaders and organizations around the world.
One of the biggest failures of most leaders is the belief that their leadership credibility comes from their intelligence. It doesn't.
The best leaders I know are students of leadership. There's no such thing as an expert leader. It doesn't exist. Like there's no such thing as an expert parent. It doesn't exist. Leadership is perhaps one of the most misunderstood subjects in business. Leadership is the awesome responsibility to see those around us rise. You, every one of us, can choose to be the leader we wish we had when we decide that we will do everything in our power to see them rise, to see them achieve their ambitions and their dreams.
All the great leaders, those with the capacity to inspire, they all think, act, and communicate the exact same way, and it's the complete opposite to the rest of us. Where the rest of us start with what we do, these great leaders, those with the capacity to inspire and lead great change, all of them always start with why they do what they do.
It's 3 concentric circles, a bullseye. In the middle is why, the center ring is how, and the outside ring is what. Why, how, what? It's this little idea that distinguishes those with the capacity to inspire versus everyone else. Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single organization on the planet knows what they do. These are the products you sell, the services you offer. Everyone here knows what they do. Some know how they do it. These are the things that you think make you different or special or stand out from the competition, from everyone else. But very, very few people and very few organizations can clearly articulate why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make money, that's a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose, what's your cause, what's your belief. Why does your organization exist? Let me give you an example. If Apple were like everyone else, a piece of communication would sound like this. We make great computers. They're beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. Want to buy one? Meh, that's normal. Here's how Apple actually communicates. They start with why. Everything we do, they say, we believe in challenging the status quo. We believe in thinking differently. The way we challenge the status quo is by making our products beautifully designed, simple to use, and user-friendly. We just happen to make great computers. Want to buy one? It actually feels different. All I did was reverse the order of the information. What it starts to show us is that it's not what you do that matters, it's why you do it. And what you do simply serves as the tangible proof of what you believe. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
A circle of safety is something that leaders provide. They draw a circle of safety around their people, and they say, if I keep you safe internally and you do not fear any dangers internally, then you are more likely to work together, trust each other, and cooperate to face the dangers externally. And only when there's a strong circle of safety is there innovation. Innovation requires risk and experimentation and failure. And if people fear that they might lose their jobs simply because they tried and failed or lost some money, then they won't try.
When we talk about being in a circle of safety, what it means is that I can raise my hand and say, I made a mistake, or I don't understand, or I don't think I have enough training to do the job you're asking me to do, or I need help, without any fear of humiliation or retribution. In fact, I can say these things with absolute confidence that someone will rush in to support me, whether it's my colleagues or my leader. And we've all been on a team where we have that.
One afternoon I went to buy myself a cup of coffee, and the barista working that day is a kid named Noah. Noah was funny and charming and engaging. So as is my nature, I asked Noah, do you like your job? And without skipping a beat, Noah said, I love my job. So immediately I followed up. Tell me specifically, I asked, what the Four Seasons is doing that you would say to me you love your job, without skipping a beat. Noah said that throughout the day, managers will walk past me and ask me how I'm doing, ask me if there's anything that I need to do my job better, not just my manager, any manager. And then he said, I also work at Caesar's Palace, and there the managers walk past us and catch us if we're doing anything wrong. There they want to make sure we're doing everything right. They want to make the numbers. I like to keep my head below the radar and just get through the day and collect my paycheck. He said, only at the Four Seasons do I feel I can be myself. That's what a circle of safety is. When we come to work and we feel we can be ourselves, we feel that we can make mistakes, we feel like our bosses are there to see us succeed.
There's a very simple question for a leader, which is, are you okay? And this is something we have to do whether we think someone's okay or whether we think somebody's not okay. A lot of people can mask how they're actually feeling. They double down on work to compensate. So just because somebody's productive and their performance is up doesn't mean they're not struggling. To create a space where you can say, are you okay, and actually care about the answer is a huge test for leadership. The best way to achieve that is for the leaders to lead by example. And that's very scary for a lot of people in leadership positions. We talk about vulnerability. But the reality is, if they're not modeling the behavior, other people won't follow it.
How do we create that movement so that management and leaders will create environments in which we come to work, we feel safe, we feel loved, we feel protected, we naturally cooperate as a result, we naturally trust each other as a result. All we want to do is contribute. And so how do we create those environments in which we naturally work at our best? That would change our world.
I went for a walk with a friend of mine who's struggling at work. And this is how the conversation started. My boss is a terrible person. And I said, oh my God, does she abuse her children and kick her dog? And she said, no. I said, so we don't know that she's a terrible person. We just know that she's a terrible leader. They have pressure on them that you and I can't even comprehend. Maybe they have a terrible boss. We don't know what they're operating in, and we have to assume that they're doing the best they can with the circumstances and the tools they've got. So for us to come in with empathy and to affirm rather than argue, I think just leading with empathy and affirming their feelings, they're more likely to be partners even if they can't do the thing. I think it's very, very human. We have to be dangerous about the narratives we create about other people.
To being a leader is you have to want to be one. Unlike your regular job, which, might be, it has closing hours and maybe you don't work on weekends. If you're a leader, just like being a parent, it's an all the time job. If you choose to be a leader, if you choose this new lifestyle, you have to become a student.